video is strictly for educational purposes only. I do not condone or glorify the use of drugs.
Yo, what is good? I'm Low-Key Fish, and in this video, I'll explain everything you need to know about legally tripping on diphenhydramine, which is the active ingredient in Benadryl. This is an over-the-counter antihistamine, which is generally used to treat allergies. However, at higher doses, it produces powerful delirium effects and hallucinations. These effects can be so intense to the point where you start having conversations with shadow people and cannot distinguish what is real or fantasy. I'm gonna dive deep and explain the benefits, dangers, my own experiences, and everything else in between. Let's get into it. Diphenhydramine, or DPH, was first synthesized in 1943, and 3 years later became the first prescription antihistamine approved by the United States Food and Drug Administration. In the 1980s, it was approved for over-the-counter use, and it was made legally available to buy with no prescription needed.
If you're allergy sensitive, your world is uncomfortable, irritated, ever threatening. For effective relief, discover the histamine blocker Benadryl, the most prescribed allergy medication ever.
Today, DPH is mainly used to treat allergies, but is also used for a number of other conditions, including itchiness, insomnia, motion sickness, and the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. The most common brand sold today is Benadryl, which comes in little pink tablets, but DPH can also be found in liquid form or in powder. Lower doses tend to produce a stoning and body high effect, while higher doses produce a state of delirium, in which the user sees and hears fully formed, extremely convincing hallucinations. If Benadryl is used for its main intentions, small doses will relieve allergic reactions and treat insomnia. But in larger doses, it works as a delirium and can actually keep the user awake. Generally, the high of this drug is reported as dysphoric, potentially causing hallucinations indistinguishable from reality. It can feel like a nightmare and become hard to tell real life from the trip itself. Essentially, the delirium can be described as if you were sleeping with your eyes wide open. Personally, I used to take it at low doses to help me sleep at night, but I got to the point where even at these low doses, I was waking up with night terrors. I remember there would be nights where I would hear people breaking down my door only to realize that it was all in my dreams, almost like a surreal nightmare. And it wasn't a light knock either. It sounded like there were groups of voices outside with a battering ram trying to break in.
Here's Johnny!
Some of those experiences stuck with me to the point where I get anxious at the thought of even taking it anymore. A normal dose is 25 milligrams, but you start to get recreational effects that are around 100 milligrams. 400 milligrams is when the effects begin to get super intense, and 700 milligrams is when you start to become extremely delirium and stuck in a realm between reality and fantasy. These symptoms will last 6 to 8 hours, and high doses have been linked to seizures and cardiotoxicity. Additionally, taking it frequently can permanently mess up your brain and is linked to the early onset of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. In 2020, an internet challenge emerged on TikTok involving deliberately overdosing on DPH, dubbed the Benadryl Challenge.
It's an over-the-counter drug that is used frequently, but it's being abused in this challenge for its side effects, which in turn are harming and killing young people.
The challenge requires participants to overdose on Benadryl for the purpose of filming the resultant psychoactive effects. This challenge has been implicated in several hospitalizations and at least one death. Often described as a negative experience, the challenge leads to paranoia, dreamlike experiences,
or visual and audio distortions.
Plus, DPH alters the way how our brain interfaces with reality, making us think that we see and hear people or things that aren't actually there.
Am I seeing things?
It's not that uncommon for people to have full conversations with shadow people while under the influence of this drug.
I see dead people.
And definitely do not drive on the substance because it can modify your perception to be all out of whack. Plus, it can be lethal at extreme doses or when combined with other drugs. Because Benadryl is so widely available, many teenagers use it as a cheap legal high, kind of like how DXM or cough syrup is used. Check out this video I made fully dedicated to explaining what tripping on cough syrup feels like. Legal cough syrup is very similar to what Benadryl feels like, so be sure to watch this next. I'm Low-Key Fish, peace out.